Hello everyone. So welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video, we'll be telling you about the few of the observations that we have been seeing in the market and would be sharing all these details with you. But before that, if you are new to this channel, then please don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe our channel because it takes a lot of efforts in creating these kind of content and bringing all these things to you. Right. So I'm going to tell you about one of my subscriber who recently got hired in one of the company with X% of hike, which was good enough, which was sufficient enough to go for a job change. But there are several factors that one should consider that one has to think before they switch from the older job to the newer job. So many a times you would be feeling that we are getting those questions in an interview. Do you have any questions for us? The company's interviewers are asking you the questions multiple times. Do you have any questions for me? Do you have any questions for us? So it is very important that you ask the right questions at that particular moment, because tomorrow, if you don't ask those questions, you might be the one who might be getting impacted by the things that are happening within the company. So as I was talking to you about this friend, so a subscriber of a mine, so what happened is he got a change in another company, but in that company before, so what was the interview process? So he gave two interview rounds, both were technical, and the third interview round was managerial, and after that it was an HR round where it was a salary based discussion. They agreed for some particular number X, but what happened is when he joined the company, they again connected for renegotiation for that particular number. So this is a very confusing situation. And if you are a part of this kind of situation, then it's a red flag for you, because the company, even still you haven't completed your probation period, even still you haven't completed even 1 week in that company, and you are being asked for renegotiation. So you have to consider this as a red flag. If you are joining a new company and if they are again asking you to negotiate, again discuss with a number for you, then it does not gives you a positive sign. So this was the red flag that he faced. Now what happened is he had already left his earlier job, right? He was working there in the past job since 2 to 3 years, but he has left that particular job and he has moved on to a new job. Now he does not has any other options. Even the offers that we had, he did not join, because considering this company which he has joined was the best option for him. So he renegotiated, and what happened is earlier he was getting 12 to 12.5 lakhs per annum as per the offer letter. Now, as per the further discussion, what happened is he got agreed to get 11 lakhs per annum. So there was a decrease in 1.5 to 1 lakhs. And the company that hired him just gave him one simple reason, that it is based on cost cutting, is based on the client discussion that they had. So this is a kind of a perplexed situation. So today in this video, I'll be also telling you about few of the questions that one should ask if they are getting an opportunity in the interviews. Do you have any questions for us? But before that, I would also like to tell you about the few of the interview questions and answers that we have got. So recently, one of my subscriber gave an interview in the Apple company. So Apple, as you all know, it's one of the best companies in the world, and it is one of the dream company for many of us. So he gave the interview. It was related to test automation. He is having nearly 3.5 to 4 plus years of experience. And in this digital product, we have covered the experience that is shared by him. So a few of the interview questions, technical round, L1, L2 level, L3 level, behavioral interview questions, along with the answers, right? So this is a digital product which you would get at this particular top mate link. So don't forget to purchase this product, because it is available at a very nominal cost for the next 24 hours, right? So you can avail this product today itself. Now, coming to the questions that one should ask before they join the new company. So those are the very obvious questions. The very first question is, are you hiring me for a project or for a pool? What does that mean? When you ask this question, if you are being hired for some particular project, if you are being hired for some particular project, let's say if there is a requirement from a client and they have agreed, they have already signed a kind of a agreement with your company that yes, you would be the client would be paying them the X amount of money for getting, let's say, 15 members built. If you are being hired for some particular project, then that means yes, it's a positive sign, and you would be billed from the client side, and hence you would be paid accordingly. But if you are being hired for some particular pool, for example, the company is estimating that in the next upcoming 6 months, 8 months, they might get a new project in which you might be a part of it. So they are hiring some talent pool. For example, they have got one ETL testing based project, so they are hiring people from ETL testing, having some experience of data warehousing, having some experience of SQL, and they are hiring the talent pool from the market. So eventually, what happens is they are expecting that project to come in the next 6 months, 8 months, but there is no specific deadline by when that project will come. So it might happen you are on the bench, which is again a risky thing for your career because you are getting paid. So you might be getting money, you might be receiving a message in your mobile, yes, your salary got credited and all those things, but what about the knowledge? It is very important that in a company with respect to career, you should grow financially, you should grow functionally, you should grow from the skill set as well. If you are sitting idle on bench for 6 months, for 8 months, you're not able to learn anything new, then it's a defect. It's a kind of a, in testing, we say it's a defect, it's a bug. So it's a bug in your career itself, right? Your growth is stopping when you're not able to learn anything new. So if you are being hired for a pool, then you have to ask by when are we expecting that project to start, and they won't be having that date because the client itself will not have given that date to them. So you will come to know from the answer whether it is good to join or not to join. The next question that you should ask is this an existing project or a new project? Very important thing. If it's a new project, then definitely it might happen that tomorrow there is some cost cutting, there is some budget issue from the client, and the project might end. But if it's an existing project, then you might be replacing some member. You might be hired as a replacement or as a kind of continuation based on the termination of one of the employee. So if it's an existing project, then you have to ask the further question. Since when it has you have been working on this project, or since when this project has been there in the company? Now, there are companies who are working on two kinds of projects. One is they would be working on the basis of some private products or some private software projects which are pertaining to those companies' business only. Sometimes they are working on the government-based projects. So if you are getting a job, if you are getting a work into the government-based of projects, then it is a plus point for you. You would get a lot of things to learn, plus the job security, the job stability would be there. The next question that you should ask is how long will this project run, right? So it might happen that they have already released the LTS version. When I say LTS, that is long. uh, LTS is nothing but it's a stable version that they have already released in the market, and now they just have to release the patch versions. So is that kind of a project, or is it something wherein you are building the project from scratch? For example, you are performing some modernization in the software. You're migrating that software from the Windows based to the web based, or from the older technologies to the newer tech stack. So then it's a plus point for you if you are migrating the projects from old to new, because you would get to know the things from the scratch. You would be able to learn the things from the foundation level, which is very important from the career perspective. Do you have any other projects? The next question is, do you have any other projects, or how many people would be a part of this project? So if it's a big project, let's say 40 to 50 employees, you have some testers, you have some developers, you have some scrum master, project owners, product owners, they are a part of this project also. Then it's a good thing for you, right? You have a big team. But if it's a small team, then it's a small project, and it might happen that over a period of time, if as the project work increases, there might be new team members joining. So it depends what answer they are giving, and accordingly you can take this decision, right? So these were a few of the things that I wanted to share with you, depending on the things that I have been coming across the market. See, the job market has opened again. The job market for the experienced people have started. You would be seeing the success stories that we have been uploading on our channel, right? The wave of layoffs is slowly and slowly it is decreasing, which is again a positive sign. That means you have to start learning, but at the same time you have to keep your next step very, very consciously, right? It is something that would be directly impacting your career. And when I say your career, your families are linked to you. So you have to take care of all these things. So this was a video which I just wanted to create based on the awareness, based on the layoffs and the job market, that I want to give it a kind of an update to you, what's happening in the job market and these things, right? So at the end, I have tried something new in this particular video with respect to the camera quality, with respect to the sound quality. Do let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about the camera? How do you feel about the lights that I have added into this particular video? I would be looking forward to a constructive feedback. And thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more updates.